SILENTO could have turned out to be one of the biggest rappers from Georgia, but since dropping his hit song in 2015, the rapper has suddenly gone off the grid. SILENTO is not having a great life, currently awaiting trial. The music career of this 23-year-old rapper might just be gone for good. Georgia rapper SILENTO was only 17 when he rose to fame in early 2015 after he released his debut single, Watch Me, Whip/Nay Nay, a song about a dance trend in the grand tradition of the Dougie and the Harlem Shake. These days, he's battling out in court for a criminal offense that might put him behind bars forever. How's the trial going for SILENTO today? What shocking details have emerged in the last few months? Keep watching this video to find out. Early beginnings. SILENTO was born on January 22nd, 1998 in Atlanta, Georgia. His mother works in a department store and his father is a storekeeper. The singer is the only child of his parents. SILENTO was raised by his mother after his parents divorced. He studied at Redon High School. According to the information available on the web, the rapper hasn't completed his graduation. He started music in his 8th grade, belonging to a group. He later went on to perform at birthday parties, schools, and TV shows. SILENTO's breakout year. Richard Lamar Ricky Hawk, popularly known as SILENTO, had his breakthrough year in 2015. The Georgia rapper is best known for his debut single, Watch Me, Whip/Nay Nay, which charted at number 3 on the US Billboard Hot 100. The song, which was initially recorded in December 2014, was made available on his YouTube channel in late 2015. Over the course of a week, the track which he created, with Bolo the producer, did a number of over 2.5 million US streams. Following his remarkable achievement, although the producer wasn't really bent on working with teenagers, he made an exception with SILENTO. SILENTO was signed to Capitol Records in April and later re-released the track, accompanying it with a video. The success of the track was hinged on the fact that it was about two hugely popular dances. The whip and the nay nay were two different dances. SILENTO explained the inspiration behind his song. I just got tired of seeing people do them, so I started doing my own rendition where I was doing them both. I recorded Watch Me one day after school, he added. I had been asking Bolo to produce a song for me for about 3 months, and he didn't think it was going to be anything, but when we did the song and dropped it on SoundCloud, it took off. His success in that period didn't affect his private life too much, according to SILENTO. He was still a 17-year-old senior at Redon High School in Stone Mountain, Georgia. In his TuneCore biography, he said, "I'm still the same. I'm still me, you know? I guess now some people, they look at me like, you're famous. But you know, it hasn't really changed me at all. I knew what I wanted the song to be, so I made sure I accomplished what I needed before I graduated," SILENTO explains. "I stuck to the plan, and I made my dreams come true." The Watch Me video arrived on YouTube on June 26. It was shot in Atlanta, Georgia, and features SILENTO dancing with dance crews, high school, and university cheerleaders. The video has so far garnered 100 million views. SILENTO performed at the BET Awards with the cast of Blackish. He also performed on Good Morning America and The Ellen DeGeneres Show. As of August 2021, it has surpassed 1.8 billion views on YouTube, making it one of the site's 80 most viewed videos. The video was listed as Vevo's second most watched video of all time. The Trendsetter. The success of Watch Me paved the way for other dance challenges. It birthed the likes of Hit the Quan and Juju on That Beat. It gave the formula for viral success, catchy beats, video sharing, a dance challenge, and social media. Entertainment brand Dance On played a massive role in making the song viral by partnering with music distribution company TuneCore to generate more buzz around the song. While the last decade appeared to be the period for dance fads to catch on, thanks to social media's sporadic growth and massive influence on culture, none seem to have had the same enormous impact that Watch Me, Whip/Nay Nay experienced. Its success on multiple fronts displayed the true power of online communication. First album. 3 years after his breakthrough single, SILENTO released the album Fresh Outta High School. This body of work never took him to greater heights. SILENTO had plenty of great production to back him up, but the only thing close to a hit was Wild, and it sees Hawk actually get back to rapping. I don't think there's been another artist who has fallen off quite as harshly as SILENTO has. These days, the rapper is only known for two things: his 2015 hit song and his numerous battles with the law. He blew up with this song and ruled the game for about a year, and we never heard from this man again until 6 years later, where he's now going to jail for killing his cousin. Life comes at you quick. SILENTO crime streak. Richard Lamar Hawk is still innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but the circumstances leading to his arrest don't seem promising. It's hard not to think about his rapid rise to fame and equally rapid downfall when his first album is titled Fresh Outta High School. When he released the album in 2018, he was 20 years old, and when Watch Me blew up, he was still in high school. He's had his battle with mental illness that has led to a drastic fall in his career. If anything, he started from the bottom, made it to the top, and only fell deeper. His frequent run-in with the law is the only thing that keeps him in the spotlight. For many, he went from a mildly interesting rapper with a viral dance to a mediocre singer. Before silencing his cousin Frederick Rook, the Atlanta-based rapper made the headlines for the wrong reasons in 2020. In August, he was arrested by Santa Ana Police Department following a report of domestic disturbance. He was transported to California's Orange County Sheriff's Department, where he was later released on a charge of inflicting corporal injury on a spouse or cohabitant. In September of last year, SILENTO was apprehended in Los Angeles after entering a random home looking for his girlfriend while carrying a hatchet. Looks like our man isn't the type to bury the hatchet. The residents were at home at the time, but no one was hurt. The family was able to tackle the Atlanta rapper to the ground and disarm him. Things took an awkward turn later when SILENTO was then notified by a friend who arrived at the home shortly after that he was at the wrong location. The two men fled, but were arrested by the LAPD a few blocks away. SILENTO was charged with 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. In late October, he was booked into jail on charges that he was driving more than 140 miles per hour on I-85. He told the cops that he was speeding because people were following him. "People be following me everywhere I go," the 22-year-old told the DeKalb County Police. SILENTO and his cousin's death. Frederick Rook's body was discovered January 21st, lying in the road outside a home in the Panthersville area. According to a report, he had gunshot wounds to his face and leg, and investigators found 8 shell casings lying nearby. Responding officers were able to gather video from several nearby security cameras, according to the report. The video showed multiple cars leaving the scene at high speeds, and the footage captured at least 1 gunshot. Officers were called to the scene that day around 3 in the morning. According to the police report, a man called the police after his daughter, who lives in the area, stated she heard gunshots and saw a body in the street. Rooks was found on the roadway, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, and was pronounced dead on the scene. SILENTO, born Ricky Lamar Hawk, was charged by the grand jury with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. They may probably charge him for falling off harder than anyone. Shortly before he got into the police net, he shared a request on his Instagram story inviting his 494,000 followers to send him money via Cash App for selfies, videos, and shoutouts. Hawk was booked into the DeKalb County Jail, where he remains after his bond was denied in his first court appearance. The judge denied the rapper's request on the grounds that his history of not treating his mental health issues with medication made him dangerous to the public. Substance abuse, mental illness, and suicide attempts. Apparently, SILENTO has a history of drug addiction. The rapper had a rough childhood. The fact that he was born with in his system played a large part in his decline. He claims he struggled with depression and anxiety, and that he may have been inappropriately prescribed ADHD medication. The SILENTO case has brought to light his struggle with depression. However, his depression was not due to a lack of success, because before the pandemic, he was in Cambodia, he went to Singapore, he was making good money, according to his publicist. But when the pandemic arrived, Hawk hit a breaking point and attempted suicide. According to XXL, his publicist stated, "I've been in contact with the family, and their thing right now is just, they're asking the world to uplift their family in prayer." She further went on to say, "I've gotten a lot of backlash from the statement. It's almost implying like I'm telling people he did it. When you know a client suffers severely from mental health issues, when you've been around the client, when you have..." Last year, SILENTO tried to commit suicide during the pandemic. No one cared about that story. After the suicide attempt, Hawk was arrested multiple times for different incidents. Chanel Hudson, the rapper's publicist, who has a very close relationship with the rapper, has detailed his battle with mental illness. "No matter what his charges are, he's a human being, and it doesn't cost anything to pray for him and his family or send him positive vibrations," Hudson said. "I hope people continue to have a little empathy." She hopped on Instagram to ask fans to pray for the rapper, who's currently being held without bail until his court date. "Please send my client SILENTO some positive vibrations," she wrote in the caption. Over the past several years, Ricky has been suffering immensely from a series of mental illnesses. We'll continue in his efforts of treatment, but we ask in the meantime that the public uplift him and his family in immediate prayer and positive energy. Ricky is a beautiful soul, and we hope that the same people who came up whipping and nay-naying with him continue to support him and lift him in prayers. God bless. While the motive behind the murder of his cousin is unclear, fans are speculating that the whole episode might have some street gang undertone to it. Rappers losing their lives to gang war is a fad that is as old as time. SILENTO was the biggest one-hit wonder of the last decade. The refusal of the judge to grant the rapper bail is an indication of that, some have said. That brings us to the end of today's video. If If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment below. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new content.